I don't know how much of an advantage it is, being that every year you've got a different group going against a different group. I think I've been there before. I know where the hotel's at. I know what the turf looks like. I know it's going to be loud. I know that the way Coach Peterson coaches is very similar in every year. They're very structured. They do things well. They're very fundamentally sound. They play hard. I think that's nothing nobody doesn't know about them. It's the reason they've had the success they've had. But I don't know if there's, because I've seen them, played against them and all that, we have a real advantage of that nature. We have different players every year. You play them, you never know. And they've got different guys too. So.
The way you guys were able to run the ball against Arkansas, how encouraging was that going into the rest of the schedule?
Yeah, I think that was it was a lot. It was encouraging to see our guys take that step forward. It's encouraging for us as a staff, because we're still trying to find out exactly who we are in some sense of the terms, as far as being able to establish ourselves on the ground, establish ourselves in the pass game. The most critical guys in our offense, many of them are doing it, like we said, for the third, fourth career start. So that's the nature of this thing, and we've got to do a better job overall. Turnover margin, red zone efficiency, pass efficiency, all the things that takes to win a game. No matter who you're playing, Arkansas, Boise, Nebraska, Texas State, FIU, it doesn't matter. Those things are the things, and I keep preaching those things to our guys and trying to make sure they understand those. Those are the keys to victory, and seeing that at Arkansas, back to your question, seeing the nature of the run game take a step forward is a help. Got to be more balanced, and that's hopefully our plan moving forward.
The absence of Ricky Bradley's absence last 2 weeks ago obviously limited you guys in the deep game, stretching the field vertically. Is that a fair assessment? And also, how much did you guys work in the off week of trying to develop, in the event that he misses another game, develop somebody else to? Yeah,
I think anytime you take a guy out of just like at any level, you take a guy who's had that many reps at the starting, let alone being in the early stages of who we are as an offense. You take a guy who's had that many reps as a starter with the number one group, and then you take him out and plug in now another true freshman or another guy who hasn't played very much. That's always tough, and we're always telling our guys the next guy's got to be ready, obviously, because you never know if a guy's going to come back, if he's going to get hurt in the game. You never know. You got to do your best you can rep-wise to get the twos ready and allow them the opportunity to understand that their chance could happen at any time. Ricky's situation being a perfect example, someone's got to step up, and he's done some really good things for us, as many of us have seen. That's the reason he was in the position he was in as a starter, and to not have him, obviously you'd like to have him. Whether we have him or not, we'll just, hopefully we can make it back this week and get him going. So I think that probably answers your question.
Coach, Alan Bridgeford was banged up a little bit in the last couple of weeks. How important was this bye week and getting him back to rest and recuperation stage to where he feels healthy enough to go out there?
I think that was big for Alan. I think it was big for a lot of our guys. I think there's on both sides of the ball. I think a week. Again, it goes to speaking, obviously, and holistic. It is anytime you get a chance to get your body back a little bit at this level, it helps. And I think Alan's an example of having a week to get your body back. It is going to help. I think that this goes without saying. I don't think it's any more elaborate on a chance to get your body back and get healthy and catch your breath. It will hopefully be an advantage for moving forward and getting better here, not against anybody, just as far as his game.
Do you feel a need to change anything drastically going against Boise and their defense, which has struggled quite a bit over the first 4 games?
No, I think the easy, you mentioned the word change anything. This offense is what it is. It's something we believe in. Are there little tweaks that we're going to do as far as a group that we need to make us more efficient? I think we're finding those things out now. Different things you had to do at Oklahoma State that you didn't have to do here. Different things that Cal you didn't have to do here. Different things that Wyoming or San Jose or LSU or all those things you got to tweak a little bit depending on who you are, but you're finding those things out now. We're not going to just tweak. If you go into and you wholesale change every week, you then lose your identity. Then who are you? Then you're all over, and we don't believe in it. We've got to stick to our plan, and stick to our guns, and understand that we've got to make minor tweaks to make it more efficient, and again find out who we got and who there are in certain critical situations, and go in that direction based on us, not based on who we play. Now, scheme-wise, you're always making little tweaks to how you block something or how you're going to match up this route or formation, stuff like that. That's scheming. As far as the system goes, we're not going to wholesale anything. You know, that would be unfair to everyone involved. You know, that's not our approach at all.
Coach, how important was this open day to, finding and tuning the things like you were talking about, turnover margin and red zone efficiency? How important was that to the team?
I mean, another chance for this group, for us, and everyone included, another chance to practice and talk through those situations, and not just talk, but to practice, to go out in full pads and go against our guys, and to get those things talked through again and again and again. You can't get enough of that, and I think it was really important to understand, take a minute and take a look at who we are, what we're doing, why things are going the way they're going, why this is so close to being really good, why this is creating a struggle, and ways we can help that is very advantageous at that time when you get a chance to do it, because usually in the course of the season, as things go, you're right back on it. This week we're right back on it, and you don't have much time for error.
Encouraged by Kendrick Hardy's performance, even though, he had a long run, even though it's called back on a penalty. You take that penalty out of the equation against Arkansas, and he had a nice day, which would be the first time in a while. So, encouraged by both him and Jalen, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that went back to your last question, was there encouraged by the run game in Arkansas? Yeah, those two were key elements in that, and I think it was really good seeing Hardy get off, really good seeing Jalen, really good seeing Tyree make some plays, really good seeing the run game come together. In that stage, it's got to continue, though. You got to continue to build off that stuff, and that's the key element. It can't just be a fluke. You got to be able to build off those things and explain the why. You can't just say it happened. The why. How did this happen? You blocked it right. You were all on the same page. There weren't any mental errors in this play, and look what happened. Things of that nature. That's why. That's usually why it doesn't when you go back and look at it. And so we're really taking a long time to do that, to put those things together, and we won't stop that. You got to take the time to coach these guys and get critical with them and understand why things don't work, and not just throw the baby out with bathwater. It takes 11 guys. That's why this game's so hard. It's 11 guys on one page. It's not 5 or 2 saying basketball or couples tennis. This is 11 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds trying to do the same thing and do it fast and efficient for the first few times. And us as a staff, starting with me, I got to do a better job. We all got to do a better job, and we're all in. We're all in, and we're all optimistic that this group's going to be good.